but I have to disagree. I think Mayweather is much more superior than Crawford.
Right now, he would beat him. Yes, it would be a competitive fight.
You can. That's whenever I want to.
Pros across the boxing world are raising red flags and urging Terence Crawford to reconsider stepping into the ring.
Terence Crawford would beat a prime Mayweather. I'm telling you right now, he would beat him. Yes, it would be a competitive fight, but Crawford, master thinker, just like Floyd. Floyd, what the advantage that Floyd has is that he has great defense. The advantage that Crawford has is that he not only can fight orthodox, he can also he's versatile. He can switch to the southpaw stance. And we all know that Floyd don't like to fight southpaws. We know that. What happens when you have a guy just as smart as you are and able to make adjustments like Crawford? What happens when you have a guy that can hurt you with either hand? A guy that's powerful and strong like Crawford. A guy that's quick as Crawford. A guy that can fight you in the pocket. A guy that knows how to execute that Philly shell. He knows how to bust through that. He'll have enough to beat Floyd, and he'll have enough to gain respect and hurt Floyd too. I don't think he knocks him out, but I think he'll win a close decision.
With Floyd Mayweather, after shocking new training footage of the retired legend surfaced.
21 with no losses on his record right now. It's a tough thing in boxing to go that long.
I mean, you also got Andre Ward, but that was like, what, 32, 34?
Yeah, but Ward lost one somewhere in there.
No, I think he's undefeated.
Is he?
Yeah. But he's not as much as Mayweather. And the other thing, too, is that Mayweather, the resume, if we go back to the resume,
but you know what? I love that because everybody says Mayweather didn't fight nobody. He fought this guy.
Yeah, they don't. Those are people that don't know about boxing.
Mayweather fought everybody they put into him. It's not his fault he saw Pacquiao late in Pacquiao's career.
Showing the 47-year-old looking far sharper, faster, and more dangerous than many expected at this stage of his life.
I want to make sure that I eat the right foods because I take care of my body. You know, even since I've been out here, I make sure, you know, I go for a jog. Probably not like I did when I was competing. I do like a little 4 miles. Try to do 450 push-ups.
Now?
450 sit-ups, yeah.
Well, you keep funny hours. Like, even watching the All Access stuff with you, you keep real funny hours. Like, why you want to sleep at 9 a.m. to 3 and then be up all night running around the streets? Like, have you always kept funny hours? You keep funny hours.
Remember, we work hard to become our own boss so we can do what we want to do. The ultimate goal is to go to sleep when you want to and wake up when you want to. See, when you don't wake up when you want to, then guess what? Somebody's controlling you. And I don't want to be controlled.
Sparking debates about whether this would be a wise move for Crawford, who is currently riding the peak of his career.
Even though I think a lot of people who were fans were not exactly sure, would Canelo win? Would Bud be big enough, strong enough to handle Canelo's power? Well, the answer to that question was yes. I saw you placed a bet, won a lot of money. Congratulations. What are your thoughts? What was your reaction to the fight, Floyd, as you watched Bud and Canelo in there on Saturday?
Oh, it's good for boxing. It was exciting. The best man won.
Is Canelo washed up now at 35 years old?
Oh, you know, I don't know. You know, boxing is a lot of wear and tear on the body. Maybe so. I'm not really sure.
Would you be interested in seeing a rematch, or would the fight be the same? Would it ultimately end up the same way?
I don't know. It's up to those two guys. You know, they want to do a rematch, do a rematch. If not, keep it moving.
Would you watch it, or not any real interest?
I'm pretty sure I'd watch it if they did it again. I'm pretty sure I would.
After dethroning Canelo Alvarez, the clips showed Mayweather's reflexes, footwork, and defensive instincts still intact.
You could take a guy like Canelo, this guy could do, he can pick and choose who he want to fight. And I'm going to tell y'all the truth about Canelo. Easy, man. Easy. Y'all sitting up here, y'all praising this dude. This dude was nothing. I was almost 40 years old when I cooked this dude. Easy. Y'all always disrespecting our fight.
With quick shoulder rolls, crisp counters, and elusive movement that reminded fans and experts alike of his prime years.
Canelo's a hell of a fighter. He's a hell of a fighter. And everyone is now saying that he's not the same fighter. He's not looking the same. Now remember this.
Sounds familiar.
No. I was older than Canelo is when I beat Canelo. So now, imagine seeing Canelo at 36 and me at 36 and we fight. And now what y'all gonna say, well now he got what? I don't know how many fights.
And even though he has been out of the professional ring since 2017, his dedication to maintaining fight-ready conditioning has many insiders warning that Crawford may be walking into a trap.
Remember, Canelo that time was a razor-thin decision. Floyd won, majority decision. C.J. Ross had it with what a lot of people had as a draw. And then the other two judges scored it for Floyd, of course. And that was a Floyd at the top of his game with a very green Canelo with very little experience, and he still took him, into deep waters. So
Yeah. What was Canelo? What, 20-something? 20 what? 23? 25?
yeah, he was. Very, very young in the game, obviously.
Very young. He had more fights than Floyd, and he lost.
Yeah,
to a
but
man that was 30-something years old, 36.
But Floyd was clearly at the top of his career, and Canelo had fought a lot of people, but he.
How you at the top of your career in your prime? You in your prime? You ain't in your prime when you're at 36. That's not your prime.
Did he lose?
20s.
I mean,
Your prime is in your 20s.
it's different for different people.
Yeah, okay. Well, so, and that's why Canelo is saying what he's saying.
But,
Want to make himself look like he did something.
With analysts like Paulie Malignaggi, Sean Porter, and other ex-champions noting that Floyd's experience
like the Magic 8 Ball. You think that'd be something in his?
I don't necessarily think that is something that he's looking for. But I mean, of course, if he gets past Canelo, he can fight as many bums as he want to, just to make the record.
Do you think he would do that, or do you think he would?
I don't know. He seemed like he's a class act, and he seemed like he'll do whatever he feels. But I don't know. I mean, at what you said, 37?
37, yeah.
37. Yeah, that's still a lot of fights.
ring IQ and defensive mastery could nullify much of Crawford's offensive brilliance.
And who would, because Canelo after the fight said that Crawford was way better than Floyd. You know Crawford, you know Canelo, you know Floyd. What do you think? Who would win in a fight?
My man. I have to disagree because Floyd Mayweather toyed with Canelo. Like, he literally toyed with him. He didn't get hit at all. Not one time. And Crawford, yeah, he's more of a fighter, boxer. Mayweather's more of a boxer. But I have to disagree. I think Mayweather is much more superior than Crawford. Not just because he beat me and it was a close fight, whatever, or that I stepped in the ring with Mayweather, but I really feel that technically Mayweather's.
These pros argue that while Crawford is bigger, younger, and fresher,
both of us, so a lot of people, they can say what they want, but he's actually been in the ring with both of us. One where he felt like he was at the best, and another where he felt like he was at a disadvantage when he had a rehydration clause and he was younger. So, I don't know, I don't go off of that. Floyd is the best fighter, in his era, and I feel like I'm the best fighter in my era.
Mayweather's ability to dictate pace and frustrate aggressive fighters could turn this into a technical nightmare for Bud.
But I know how you is. You be sizing niggas up, bro. Keep it a stack. Did you in your head size up Floyd? You know what I'm saying? If we was ever keep it real, bud, keep it real.
I'm never that type of guy. I think that's some grimy shit. I always been happy for him, been a fan of his, and I never imagined us fighting. Yeah. I never looked at him like, man, I know I'll be this.
But you capping, bro. I never thought fantasy fight me versus Floyd, nah.
Never. I never just was with a person and looked at him like, man, I'll be beat his ass. Never. That's some hating type shit to me.
Like plotting.
I ain't never been that type of person.
Especially considering Floyd thrives against patient counterpunchers.
The fight, the Crawford-Canelo fight, and you had a Cavs hat on. This time you've got a GOAT hat on. Is that how you're feeling? I know it says Muhammad Ali, but is that how you're feeling about Bud's performance, about his whole career?
Yeah, I'm definitely feeling that way, man. GOAT. Greatest of all time, man. You got to give it to him. You got to give it to him. You got to give it to his coaches, not just me, Saul Red, Bernie, Chet, nutritionists. You know, everybody played a part.
Canelo said he's way better than Mayweather. What do you think to that?
Who, Terrence?
Yeah.
Which is exactly Crawford's style. Others in the boxing community have pointed out that this fight would not only be risky physically, but also reputationally.
Was fighting everyone right up until the point where he started to make money. But as much credit as you get for making, the primacy of business, for making business your priority, well, that comes with trade-offs. Because when you make business decisions constantly, sometimes your athletic achievements won't be regarded in the same way as if you made athletic achievements your priority. That said, Mayweather has accomplished a tremendous amount athletically. But the three fighters he didn't fight, Antonio Margarito, Manny Pacquiao, when he was obliterating De La Hoya, Hatton, and Cotto, and Shane Mosley when he still had something left. And while he will wind up fighting Pacquiao and Mosley, it'll both be, at the right time for Floyd. That said, what about at the right, the right time for Floyd? He's also ancient. A fighter approaching 40, fighting at the level Mayweather is fighting, is unheard of. Mayweather, until recent times, would be considered one of the greatest older fighters of, that would be the whole story. Oh my God, can you believe how old Mayweather is? It's a little bit unfair to Floyd to say, well, you're picking these guys at the right time. Floyd is old.
Since losing to a 47-year-old Mayweather, even a sharp and prepared one.
This is the situation, guys. No one has ever been a 4-division champion in boxing. Not a real one. Oh, Pacquiao won 8 and Oscar De La Hoya won 11 and this one won 15. No, I'm talking about Ring Magazine champ or lineal champ. You are the champion of that division.
Get them all.
Forever, the record was 3 by Henry Armstrong. Manny Pacquiao was the first dude to really win 4. Floyd gets credit for 4 for beating Canelo, but that wasn't at the junior middleweight limit. I don't count that. I don't count that. Terrence Crawford just joined Manny Pacquiao as the only legit 4-division champion in the history of boxing. And he did it by jumping middle. He came lightweight, junior welter. Then he won a belt at junior middle, not the whole championship. And then skipped middle to fight Canelo Alvarez for the undisputed, for the Ring Magazine super middleweight championship of the world, and left no doubts, including with Canelo, who was all class after the fight but knew what had just happened.
Could tarnish Crawford's current aura as the pound-for-pound king, while a victory might still be downplayed because critics would say Floyd is too old.
Floyd Mayweather, top 5 of all time?
Not in my book. No,
not even top 10.
Maybe top 10 in my book, yeah, but not top 5. Yeah. He's maybe top 10, but not top 5. Floyd can fight. Don't get it wrong. Floyd can fight. But here's what my problem is. Well, I understand. I know you're a Floyd fan. But here's my problem. Who did Floyd fight that was on his level when he fought him? Only Canelo. That's it. Don't give me that stuff about the other guy that was going to prison. He know he going to prison when he get through. And then to take it even further.
He fought Cotto.
Cotto was not on his level. Wait. See, stop. Let me finish first. Cotto.
You asked me a question.
Cotto already was done. And is Cotto an all-time great? No. Cotto's an all-time Puerto Rican great. Cotto's not an all-time great in boxing.
I agree with you.
He's an all-time Puerto Rican great.
I
All
agree
right,
with
so that's not a great fight. That's not on your level. Pacquiao. You waited till Pacquiao got knocked out by Marquez before you fought him. If you'd have fought him 4 years ago, it'd have been something. Because both of y'all were here. We'd have found out who the best was. You waited till Marquez knocked him out, now you fought him. If I wait till somebody beat James Toney before I fight him, do I get credit for being the greatest fighter of all time because I beat James Toney?
No, you don't.
No, I don't. So my point is you didn't do it the right way. You know that. Who else did you fight besides them best 2 names you can pull up besides Canelo?
What I'm saying is that who do you think around that time would have even beaten Floyd that he didn't fight?
So my point is I'm not going to say who
because I can't name a person.
I'm not going to say who would have beat Floyd. Like I said, I'm just saying Floyd never fought nobody that was of his equal. He didn't fight a James Toney. He didn't go looking for a James Toney.
Furthermore, Mayweather's reputation for picking apart elite opponents, coupled with the psychological warfare he employs, makes veterans insist that Crawford should focus on cementing his own legacy against current stars like Jaron Ennis, David Benavidez, or even a rematch with Canelo, instead of taking the dangerous gamble of chasing Mayweather. Still, fans are intrigued by the prospect, with some believing Crawford's size, youth, and versatility would overwhelm Floyd despite the flashy training footage. But the overwhelming message from seasoned pros is that Mayweather remains a puzzle few can solve. And even in his late 40s, he might still have enough left to derail Crawford's momentum, leaving the boxing world split between excitement for a generational clash and concern for what could be at stake for both men.